This idea was conceived in 1999, but remained on the shelf until 2014, when it was approved by Judiciary top management. But even then, it remained on the wish list because of what was reported to be lack of funding. In July, when I was posted to Judiciary, I proposed some ways of how to mobilize resources and have this wish list actualized. Top management took a decision to start with the construction of the superstructure with whatever resources that were available. The rest would be considered as funds became available. On 2nd September 2019, through open tendering, 7 firms responded, and the successful contractor was Sayani Brothers and Company and Parabat Sayani Construction joint venture at a total cost of 63.9 billion for only 9 floors. Construction was supposed to take 3 years, including defects liability period. However, additional floor on both Supreme Court and Court of Appeal were factored into the construction to cater for conferences, which have been draining money from the budget to finance in hotels. Another idea was later adopted to include interior design, and was introduced to include well-fit center facilities. Now, this pushed the construction completion to an estimated 4 years. Actual excavation started in March 2020. Construction started in May 2020. Now, today, 18th April 2024, Your Excellency, Judiciary is entering even before the 4 years. This is a big statement to confirm that, after all, government can deliver, especially when the players have got their, what I call, abundance mentality, coupled with patriotism. And all the funding has been from the government of Uganda. Now, the overall cost, including the consultancies, total is 115 billion, which means one tower is about 57 billion. The project includes all of the facilities. It's ready to be occupied, even today. The project has got 2 towers, 2 underground floors, which can accommodate 226 vehicles. And the gross area is in square meters, including the basement, is 31,506. Now, there has been a lot of saving as a result of frugality. Your Excellency, at the time of starting the construction, the projected estimate was $1,047 per square meter. But at the end of the construction, the actual cost per square meter is now $975. This has saved government close to 8.5 billion Uganda shillings, which is arrived at by the difference between the original estimate cost per square meter and the final cost multiplied by the total square meters using an estimated exchange rate of $3,800 shillings per dollar. And Your Excellency, this was possible because of the following 5 reasons. 1, project documentation was correct. Professional tendering was correct. Adhering to original specifications were correct. Minimizing variation was correct. Minimizing penalties like late payments was done. Constant monitoring enabled compliance to construction schedules. Your Excellency, we gave hard time actually to Sayani, and they said that they had never seen such a pressure. But we have delivered because of that pressure. Your Excellency, as you can see, this is not an ordinary structure. It is a Court of Appeal and Supreme Court. It has got state-of-art building, as you will see in the documentary. And all this we have done without any variation. Even the floors that we added and other amenities were contained within the contingency. Your Excellency, I have tried to put down 4 reasons why projects fail. Many projects fail to take off or fail midway, and some others are not completed because of many factors. But allow me to highlight these 4. At the scoping stage, Your Excellency, there is inadequate skills to develop specifications. That is to say, terms of reference in consultancies and bills of quantities in construction. Inadequate stakeholder consultation, which causes resistance in procurement process. Inadequate funding to facilitate scoping, for example, funds to do market survey. At the sourcing level, there is complex bidding procedures, particularly for small enterprises. Then there is the high cost of bidding, including non-refundable fees, printing, bid securities, etc. Corruption undermining fair competition. Inadequate local suppliers' participation and unclear specifications. Limited competition, especially in specialized procurements. At the bid evaluation, there is a conflict of interest, which compromises the impartiality of selection process. Subjectivity in evaluation sometimes due to unclear evaluation criteria. Transparency issues which erodes trust and confidence. Then at the contract award, we have got bureaucratic delays in obtaining necessary approvals, which lead to project delays. Insufficient contract management skills, which leads to challenges in enforcing contractual obligations. Sometimes it becomes difficult for officers to, when they ask commissions, to have a moral authority to ask the contractor to finish on time. And this affects the quality of work. Weak monitoring and evaluation by users and other stakeholders. Your Excellency, we had no room for relaxation. And I told these people that I am not in a judicial on honeymoon. We must do the work and finish it. Delayed payments as a result of budget cuts, then short the work by some contractors who are unpatriotic. I would like to conclude by acknowledging the following. I start with you, Your Excellency, the President. You remember when you came to State House, 2021, you advocated for increased funding to judiciary. This was a game changer. Second, Your Excellency, I recognize the contribution of Her Worship Sarah Ranga, Siu. She was the contract committee chairperson, and currently she's the chief registrar. I recognize Ms. Maureen Kasande, the Undersecretary for Administration, who did chair the evaluation process. I acknowledge the procurement unit headed by Deo Kasozi, who did a fantastic job by providing technical guidance. Actually, at the time of evaluation, I hid these people in royal suits. Nobody knew where they were because they were looking for them to influence them. I hid them there, and they did a good job. There was no complaint. Many times, projects consultants cause problems in delays due to the construction work. Habitat consultants deserve a credit for doing a good job. Architect Mhwezi, I think, is here. Sayani Brothers and the team did a fantastic job. Your Excellency, you can see this quality work is not matched anywhere in this country. I recommend Dr. Ebar, who was the project manager, who I would meet here every weekend. Saturday, Sunday, from church we would come here and meet here. I really thank him for that. Then there is a lady called Apofia Tumwine, who did the interior design supervision. I think she's also here. Then there is a Her Worship Agnes Arum, Deputy Registrar. Then we have got Fab House, led by Lee. I think she's also here. They did a good job. If you saw the equipment there in the gym, Your Excellency, you might ask us where we got it from, and we shall help. I also commend the Ministry of Finance for giving us support. And in particular, I would like to really recognize the contribution by the late Keith Makanizi. May his soul rest in peace. He did a fantastic job by, even with little resources, he said, judicially, since you have started, we shall help you to make sure you finish. Mr. Ramadhani Gobi, who took over from him, also did a good job. And lastly, the Flavia Bwire of National Building Review Board and her team, who directed the KCCA to issue us occupation permit. Your Excellency, the KCCA was becoming a problem to us. Oh, yes, I have to be honest. They said they can't give us an occupation permit because of a small, I think about 3 meters, which is not even surveyed. They said you can't get it. I told them that we shall fight them. And we have succeeded. We got it. I also thank Semakula Accountant General. Finally, I would like to extend my gratitude to the top management of Judiciary, led by the Chief Justice, Alfonso Indoro, Honorable Richard Butera, Honorable Flavian Zija, Sarah Ranga, the Chief Registrar, for the teamwork and transformation leadership. Sometimes you get things not moving because there are conflicts, wrangles, and you can't move together. Finally, I conclude by stating that this country requires patriots with lenses that focus on opportunities. It requires public servants with private sector mindset. By constructing the Supreme Court and Court of Appeal, government is going to save 6 billion shillings in terms of rent which have been paying annually. However, with the conference halls, all seminars, workshops, and conferences will be held within the house, thereby saving more money, which was being spent in the outside expensive premises, but also ensure security of their lordships. We have delivered in time as we committed ourselves. The rest of the detail is in the magazine. Your Excellency, allow me to stop there. Thank you so much.